Yes.
So Kyle Pitts finally showed up last week. He scored a touchdown, and I actually dropped him last week in one of my leagues and lost pretty much.
I appreciate you so much because if you wouldn't have made that move, I don't think that happens.
Yeah, so he finished as tight end 3 last week. He had 9 targets, 5 receptions, 80 yards, and a touchdown. So are we back on the Kyle Pitts hype train, or was this just a one-hit wonder and he goes back to irrelevancy after that one showcase?
Go ahead.
I'm going to swipe right, and it's mainly because I feel like I have to. I still have so many shares of Kyle Pitts, and I'm not giving up. I'm starting him every week. He was a second-half player last year. I feel like he was very bad beginning, and then he had some big weeks later on in the year. I'm hoping that just repeats itself. I actually want to tell you guys, someone dropped Darren Waller in one of my leagues because he's like tight end 24 on the year or something. So I currently am rostering Darren Waller and Kyle Pitts, hoping that one of them decides to figure it out. But I think that this was something to build on. I
don't know. I'm going to disagree with you. And again, I feel like I'm going to say the same exact thing I said about Chase Claypool. They're not throwing the ball. Yeah. I don't think Mariota is good at throwing the football. They are most effective when they're running the ball, and they're in the hunt for the division. They're getting Cordarrelle Patterson and Damian Williams potentially getting back this week. And the percentage of snaps, like he kind of fluctuates back and forth in and out, like around 75% for Kyle Pitts. He only ran 27 routes last week out of a potential 31. I think this was more of an outlier game.
27 out of potential 31. How many pass plays did they do?
31.
28.
Yeah, so he didn't run routes 4 times.
Wait, why does it say Mariota only had 28 attempts?
Yeah, but you could have ran on a couple.
Okay. But you said 31 opportunities. He only didn't run a route 4 times. I feel
right, but 30 routes a game is like nothing. Like that's bottom of the barrel. So to me, it's like he has to get the routes, then he has to get the targets from those routes. Like it's just not.
Where's the ball going when he drops back? Because not going to Drake London either.
Drake London had 5 targets.
Demir Bird
had 6. Kyle Pitts had 7. Algier had 3. Avery Williams had 2. And you have to imagine with Patterson coming back that he's going to get some of the targets. So it's just like, I don't know, man. I don't see it in that offense. I already dropped Drake London, so
yeah. Do you think that it's matchup dependent too, kind of like Jonathan Taylor? Because they had a good matchup last week, and that's why he did well.
Yeah, I don't know. I just think it's just a volume thing. He'll probably stay consistently ranked in like that 8 to 10 range for me. But it was just like I don't really feel great about it at all. Like I'd rather have like Evan Ingram or someone like Greg Dulcich, where it's like at least they're getting the targets, they're a part of the plays, they're throwing the ball in the offense. Like Kyle Pitts, it's just like I feel like when I had him on that team, it was like I had to do something with him because I paid a 3rd round or a 4th round pick for him. It wasn't like I was like excited about it. Like I feel very similar to Jonathan Taylor, but at least Jonathan Taylor has some like points baked in just by being a running back.
Yeah. I've actually been streaming tight ends week over week and just holding them just in case he comes back, which I don't like that.
Yeah.
I'll make this real short and sweet. No. But I feel worse. Like I'm still playing him. Like to your point about Drake London, there's no hope for me for the rest of the season. Like I could see Kyle Pitts having some weeks like last week, 5 catches, 80 yards, a touchdown. I don't see that on the horizon at all for Drake London.
It's crazy to me just seeing there's 2 teams that I thought like for sure would be tank commanders. We're not going to try to win a single game, and we're going to go after a big name quarterback in this year's draft. Atlanta and Seattle. And they are fighting for their lives in their respective
winning their divisions.
And Carolina too. Yeah. Carolina would have been in first place if they won that game.
Mm-hmm. It's absolutely maddening to me. Like I thought for sure, like, all right, like these teams are trying to set themselves up for the future. They're going to get one of those guys, and then they pretty much are in a good spot because they have the talent around it. They're just missing the QB. And I still think, I won't say that about Geno Smith because he's kind of come out of nowhere this year, but Mariota is clearly not a long-term solution there. Yeah. So it's just like they're playing football in a way that maximizes what they can do with him, which is frustrating.